Oh, hey guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where it's time to get into some anime reviews. Not for an anime series, but for an anime movie. Yeah, that's right. Right here, right now, on this show, I'm reviewing 1989's Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone. Now, this was the first of the Dragon Ball Z movies, and as I said, it came out in 1989. And the story of the movie, okay. When Gohan is kidnapped by Garlic Jr.'s henchmen, Goku speeds off on his flying Nimbus cloud. Yeah, it's not a motorbike like it's depicted on the thumbnail for some reason. To go off to find Garlic Jr. to demand that they give Gohan back. Now, of course, Krillin goes with him on this rescue mission. And while Gohan is, well, for want of a better word, held by his kidnappers, he eats a fruit which children are supposed to eat. Because it's a hallucinogenic. Whoa, okay. Get in with the allegories there, guys. Okay. Only to kids, though. For adults, it's not. Okay. But Goku and Krillin are able to rescue Gohan in the end. So all is well, and Garlic Jr. falls into his own personal hell, the Dead Zone. After being granted immortality by the Eternal Dragon. Anyway, that's a good film. It's worth a watch for a little bit of fun. And that's it for this review. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a magical time. Hi guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where it's time to return to the TCU, that's the Twisted Childhood Universe, to review the third installment in that franchise. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare from this year. Or should I say 2025? Because you might not be watching it in 2025. I hope you are. Anyway, so this is the TCU's answer to Peter Pan, guys. And yep, instead of a whimsical adventure, it is indeed what the trailer and what the title promises. Peter Pan in this version is a deranged psychopath who kidnaps kids and forces them to play. And Neverland is just, well, his house. So, in other words, it's his imagination. Who's Tinkerbell in this version? Just some kid named Timmy who he kidnapped and forced to be a fairy. Let me explain. He forced him to cross-dress as a woman. As we see in flashbacks, him getting kidnapped. Yeah, taking a dark turn. And Captain Hook is another lost kid. Or another snatched kid. Who was forced to grow up and become as deranged as Peter and Tinkerbell, who actually starts to question Peter. So there is no whimsical flying around in this, although we do see Peter hover. And well, what do you know? I should have done a spoiler warning at the beginning, so, my bad, sorry. And no, there isn't a scene of an evil Peter Pan flying like the thumbnail showed you. I've done that with an AI app. Anyway. If you watch this and you're expecting it to be just another version of the children's classic, or be a very dark one, prepare to have your childhoods ruined. But not to mention, my actual opinion of the film. It's a very interesting take on the characters, so, and a good film. The budget has definitely been put up since the last film, and that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching, and have a Semajical time. Hi guys, welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where it's time to dive straight in with the next review, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the 2024 live-action CGI hybrid film, the third installment in the Sonic movie franchise, based off the classic video games of the same name. This film, spoilers ahead by the way, for those who haven't managed to see the film yet, you might want to click away now and go and watch something else. Okay, if you're still here, that can mean one of two things. One, you've either seen the film already, so nothing can be spoiled for you, or you just don't care about spoilers. That's the second option. So, this film sees Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails teaming up to try and stop Shadow, who has arrived in this film as the new adversary for the team. Alongside, of course, working alongside Ivo Robotnik's grandfather, whom he then teams up with at first. And through flashbacks, we learn about Shadow's friendship with a girl named Maria, and what led him to become a vengeance-fueled adversary for the group. And as the film goes on, we actually learn that 50 years ago is when a comet landed on Earth, and in that comet was Shadow. And that a girl named Maria was found Shadow and befriended him, gave him a home on Earth. And Robotnik's granddad was imprisoned for dangerous experiments and causing the death of Maria. Not that Shadow ever finds that out in the film. Okay. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments below. And anyway, what this all culminates in is Tom, Donut Lord, being beaten almost to death by Shadow, and Sonic going after the Master Emerald to go super and defeat Shadow, even though what that culminates in is them becoming friends. So and then Robotnik teams up with the team to stop the world from being destroyed by Robotnik's grandfather. Also played, of course, by Jim Carrey. Okay. And now, guys, I think I've told you all about the main plot of the film in just under 5 minutes. So what do I think of it? Well, I agree with the consensus that this is the best film of Sonic of the three that have been put out so far. And it is well worth a watch. Now, the film draws its inspiration from Sonic CD bringing Shadow into it for the first time. And in a post-credit sequence, we see the Mechasonics and Amy Rose for the first time. So that is my review of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I did warn you about spoilers before I began talking about it, so if you haven't seen the film and chose to stay, that's on you. I don't want to see any complaints in the comments. Okay. So guys, the next review will be of, well, I don't know what yet, but when I've decided, you'll know. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a magical time. Okay guys, now, before we begin this episode, for those of you who haven't seen the TV show I'm about to review, click away now, because there will be some spoilers ahead. And for those who have, you're welcome to stay. Or maybe you're like me, maybe you have to have it spoiled for you in order to get you to watch it. So, Cobra Kai. What is Cobra Kai, first of all? Well, Cobra Kai is a legacy sequel spin-off from the Karate Kid films. It actually follows 34 years on from the end of the first movie. There are references to the second and third films throughout the series. At the beginning of the series, we meet up again with Johnny Lawrence, played by William Zabka, as he is now a drunken, washed-up loser who has lost everything in the intervening years. As he saves a young boy named Miguel Sanchez from a gang of bullies outside a convenience store, and decides to reopen his Cobra Kai dojo, with Miguel enrolling as his first pupil. All while this is going on, his old rival, Daniel LaRusso, played by Ralph Macchio, has settled into family life and now runs a successful car dealership. And after Johnny's car gets nicked and wrecked by Sam and her friends, that's his daughter by the way, Johnny is forced to go into the dealership and get his car fixed. Now, the whole bonsai thing, every car comes with a free bonsai tree that also applies to those who actually don't go in to buy cars. And there's your first reference to the films. Now, the series actually opens on a flashback to remind us, a flashback to the All Valley under 18s karate tournament in 1984 to set us up for what we're about to see next. Now, over the course of the series, we see many flashbacks like this, and we also meet up again with the other ex-Cobra Kais from back in the first film. Heck, one of them's even a church minister in the present. So, as well as the villains that we meet throughout the series, John Kreese steps back into the role. John Kreese steps back into the mix at the end of season 1, and then takes over the dojo in season 2. Then he brings back Terry Silver, who takes over the dojo from him, basically steals it back. And through flashbacks, we learn that John Kreese and Terry Silver are war veterans. And, wow. And we also learn that in his youth, Mr. Miyagi killed his opponent during the Tekai Sekai World Karate Tournament, which actually becomes a main focal point later on in the series, where they actually go and take part in a Sekai Tekai. But before that, there's Cobra Kai coming back, getting reinstated into the All Valley under-18s karate tournament. We learn that they were banned for life for their unethical practices during the 1985 All Valley tournament, as depicted in Karate Kid 3. We also then meet up again with Chosen Taguchi, the adversary from Karate Kid 2, who steps in as an ally of Daniels this time, and Mike Barnes, the main adversary for Karate Kid 3, who also steps in as an ally of Daniels this time around. So, it's a free-for-all now. The rest of Daniel's family, his wife Amanda, his son Anthony, and his daughter Sam, all go through their own personal character arcs. Sam's personal character arc actually intertwines with another couple of characters, Aisha being one of them. How they start out as friends and then basically stop being friends, I guess. And and then there's Tori, a girl who loses her mum during the series run and has dark moments. Now, she originally joins Cobra Kai, then defects and joins Miyagi-Do, and then while training for the Tekai Sekai tournament, this is after her mum dies, by the way, not being able to give it her all because she's obviously devastated and messed up in the head because of her mum's death. She defects again back to Cobra Kai. So, then also during the series, we have Miguel going off to Mexico to meet his dad, his biological dad. Only for it to turn out that he's a complete and utter beep. Yeah. And guys, and Anthony's personal growth arc actually starts out with him being the bully to Kenny Payne. Yeah. The brother of one of Robbie's fellow juvenile hall inmates. Yeah, I forgot. We also meet Robbie Keane, Johnny Lawrence's son, early in the series, and his actual personal growth arc starts out with him as a troubled youth, not really being cared for at all by either of his parents, because we also meet Shannon Keane, Robbie's mum, in the series, as well as catching up with Sid, Johnny's stepfather. Yeah, that beep. Okay. Well, I did warn you there would be spoilers before I started talking about the show, guys. And if you stayed and you haven't seen the show yet, I'm sorry, but that's on you for staying. I'm sorry, but I cannot be held responsible if you didn't listen to the warning at the start of the video. So, yeah. I'm wearing the t-shirt for the dojo. And as it says on the motto, strike first, I struck first. Strike hard, I struck hard. And now I'm showing you no mercy for your mistake of tuning in to this video after I warned you to click away if you haven't seen the show yet. Well, maybe you stay because you're curious as to what it is. In which case, well, I hope I fed your curiosity. Okay. Okay. But I'm not going to give away the ending. So that's where I'm going to stop talking. My opinion of the show. Well, first of all, it's one of my favourite programs. And the origin of me actually starting to watch it, I have a friend who was already a fan of the Karate Kid universe. You might know him on here as Pyramid Head 45. Yeah, that friend. I'm not going to say what his real name is because, well, anonymity and all that, he might not want it to be shared. So, that's it for this review. It's 6 seasons and 65 episodes worth of non-stop action and drama. Give it a watch if you're curious as to what it is. And if you've seen the Karate Kid films and want to know how the story continues, here's how. Give it a watch. You won't be disappointed. And if you've seen it yourselves, let me know what you think in the comments below. That's it for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a magical time. Oh, hello. Happy Star Wars Day, guys. And in honor of it being the day to celebrate Star Wars, I thought here on Semajical Reviews, I'd go back and review the original Star Wars film. Yes, the film that started the whole phenomenon in the first place. 1977's Star Wars, also known as A New Hope. So, I don't need to call a spoiler warning. I'm sure most of you have seen this film before. Like farm boy Luke Skywalker is called away on an adventure by old Ben Kenobi, who turns out to be Obi-Wan, to go and rescue Princess Leia, who's being held captive by the Galactic Empire, led by the evil Lord Darth Vader. And to do this, they have to enlist the help of Han Solo, a bounty hunter who collects bounty in space, and his friend Chewbacca, a Wookiee. With the assistance of their ship, the Millennium Falcon, they are joined on this adventure by two droids, C-3PO, a protocol droid, and R2-D2, the little R2 unit which Princess Leia's message was recorded on. And by disguising himself as a stormtrooper, that is Darth Vader's army, by the way, Luke Skywalker manages to infiltrate the cells in which Leia's being held in and free her. Directed by George Lucas, with the amazing talents of John Williams as composer, and the acting talents of Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Alec Guinness, Anthony Daniels and Kenny Baker. Oh yeah, and David Prowse, with the voice of James Earl Jones. We have ourselves a star-studded cast here, guys. With all of these actors in the cast, we are in for a wild ride. And with John Williams' excellent music giving us the score for the film, this is an adventure well worth your time. By the way, did I mention that Peter Cushing plays Grand Moff Tarkin? No, I didn't, did I? He does. So, which actor gets which role for the main cast? Well, Mark Hamill steps into the role of Luke Skywalker. Alec Guinness is Obi-Wan Kenobi, or Ben. Harrison Ford is Han Solo. Carrie Fisher is Princess Leia. Dave Prowse is Darth Vader. As I've already said, James Earl Jones provides the voice. So, Anthony Daniels plays C-3PO and Kenny Baker R2-D2. Of course, though, early in the film, we also meet Luke's aunt and uncle, Uncle Owen, and his aunt Beru, the Larses. No, that'll be the last you hear of them. Oh, sorry, that was a bad one. Sorry, guys. Like, okay. But, yeah. If you haven't seen the film before, then what are you doing? It's one of the classics. Go and give it a watch. But no, try and track down the original version if you can. Don't watch the 1997 re-edit or even the Disney re-edit. Those are crap. Well, yeah, okay, I've said it now. Those are crap compared to the original. Okay. And so that's my review of Star Wars, guys. Easily one of the best films in the whole saga. And it's the one that kicked it off. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a Semajical time.